Hello everyone, what is up? This is Eddie Neddy and welcome to a very quick video for you guys here. We are going to be doing our Premier League table predictions as it is roughly about a week. I think it's a week of yesterday actually, so about 6 days until the Premier League season officially starts. Do let me know what football team you guys bought in the comments, and also, like I say, if any guys are new around here, please do drop a like, subscribe if you guys do enjoy these type of videos on the channel. We do plenty of watch-alongs, FIFA streams, but anyway, you guys are here to the table predictions. Let's get into it. So, we're going to kick it off with 20th, and we're going to go Bournemouth. They just haven't recruited well, in my opinion. Like I said, they've only signed Ryan Fredericks and Joe Rothwell. Good players, but I still feel like they need a little bit more to be in the Premier League. They did kind of struggle towards the end of the season in the Championship. Let Forest compete for that second spot. I just don't think they've got enough. But like I said, Dom Solanke definitely is beyond form, but they do have a really good young team as well. Okay, 19th in the league. This one's going to be quite difficult to us because, like I said, a lot of people are going quite difficult with predicting the relegation places. I am going to go in 19th in the league. I'm going to go with Brentford. I'm going to go second season syndrome. I think Brentford have had a terrific window, but I feel like losing Christian Eriksen as well, I think, is a massive loss towards Brentford, and I feel like second season syndrome could hit Brentford, so I'd go with them in second from bottom. Right, and then into the final relegation place, I am going to go with, it's quite trouble. I'm going to go with, I don't know, there's a lot of teams that I think there's a lot of teams down here which could do, like, the problem is, I feel like most of these teams are going to be towards the relegation and some are going to be towards like the European places. I can't see many teams being comfortably mid-table this season. And in the final relegation place, I am going to go with, okay, I'm back, people. I'm going to go with Fulham. I really like Fulham and I really do want them to stay up, but, you know, like I said, it is kind of the curse. You know, like I said, the top two teams get promoted to the Championship, usually the two teams that get relegated, you know, so I feel like Fulham, you know, will go down. They've recruited brilliant though in Babu and Falfina and Manor Solomon. And I really also hope they do step. I think they need to upgrade their defensive regime more than anything else, you know. In terms of like the centre-back area, I think they definitely need another centre-back. And, yeah, I think they are a really good team and probably a first-choice goalkeeper. I reckon they get Bert Leno. I think I'd probably put them to survive. Right, okay, now moving on to 17th in the league. Who do I think is who do I think is going to finish just above the relegation zone? I think it will be you know what, I'm going to go with Southampton. I know that might seem a little bit odd, but Southampton made a lot of terrific, young, high-profile signings, but they haven't really signed anybody of, like, what's the word, that quality. Like, they have signed a lot of really good players, like, but Bazunu, 2 good seasons in League One, you know, like, Bazunu, really, bit of you know, like I said, he probably will be their first choice goalkeeper. They signed a French striker the other day from Bordeaux, from them being relegated. So a little bit of a, you go, you know, you start to question it a little bit, but, you know, but I do think they've got enough to survive. However, I don't think Ralph will last long at Southampton. Okay, so we're going to go with 16th in the league. We're going to go with Leeds United. I think Leeds United will be 16th. I think they are a really good team. I think they've recruited brilliant. Despite losing Phillips and Rafinha, I think they are a brilliant team. They've got some really good players. Right, we're going to move down to 15th in the league, and we are going to go with Nottingham Forest. They've had a terrific window of green player, brought Teo, you know, as their set sign Mangala, you know, Nico Williams, Onan Richard, Harry Toffolo, O'Brien, you know, Dean Henderson. They've had an absolutely phenomenal window, Nottingham Forest, and I think they will do similar to how Brentford done this season. I think they're a brilliant side, big club, and yeah, I think that's a great placement for them. Right, okay, we're now down to 14th in the Premier League. I am going to go with Wolves. I'm going to go Wolves. Now, this one might be a little bit an odd one, but I know Wolves fans aren't too happy at the moment. Like, they haven't made too many signings. Wolves, only Nathan Collins from relegated Burnley, which is a little bit, he's a good young defender for 20 million, but I think they needed a bit more, like, I can't see them getting Europe. I think they will struggle this season, Wolves. Right, okay, next in the league, 13th, I'm going to go with Everton. I think Everton recruited really well this window, bringing in Dwight McNeil, Targowski, Ruben Vinajay. I think they were a brilliant side, Everton. Despite losing Richarlison, I think if you get Calvert-Lewin on that form, I think they will do brilliant things, Everton, this season under Frank Lampard. But I think a fairly comfortable mid-table finish for Everton is what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with 12th in the league. I'm going to go with Brighton Hove Albion. I think they have lost, obviously, a lot of really good players. Obviously lost Basuma. Cucurella could be on his way to, Manchester City. That's been heavily rumoured as Pep Guardiola's top target. And usually when Pep Guardiola asks, he gets. Honestly, I think he is a brilliant player, Cucurella, and honestly, for this sake, I hope they do end up keeping him. But I think Brighton could struggle this season. Obviously, I mean, have they signed anybody? I'm not too sure. I know Undav is coming back from his loan. A lot of high talks about him. Final position, we are going to go with for 11th spot. So obviously got 14, 13, 12, and now 11th. Who do I think is going to finish in 11th? I reckon, God, this is where we get really tough. There's a lot of good. I reckon Leicester City. I think Leicester City will have a bad season. I mean, Brendan Rodgers won't survive long. They haven't made a single signing yet, Leicester City, and I feel like they are going to be in a bit of trouble unless if something does happen. 10th in the league, I'm going to go with Villa. I think Villa have recruited really well. Kamara, Diego Carlos, I think they're really good signings. They've been heavily linked to lose, a few players. A lot of questionable decisions. Obviously, Tyrone Mings' captaincy, has gone, and... they've given it to John McGinn, I believe. And like I said, they have been linked to lose Jacob Ramsey as well. I don't think he'll leave, though. But he's been linked to, Man City, Man United. So, yeah, 10th for Villa. 9th in the league, we are going to go in next. We're going to go with Newcastle United. Newcastle United, I think they'll have a very good season. They've already recruited brilliant this window, bringing in Nick Pope and Sven Botman. Fantastic signings, for Newcastle. I think under a great manager, Eddie Howe, I think we'll do really well with them. Right, 8th in the league, we are going to go with Crystal Palace. So Crystal Palace, I honestly see Crystal Palace doing really well under Patrick Vieira. I think they're going to have a fantastic season. Like I said, they've got some fantastic players. Wilfried Zaha, Eze's, going to be finally back to full fitness. Michael Elise, and they've made some brilliant signings in their team like Decore and Richards. Fantastic bit of business from Crystal Palace, and I predict them to finish 8th. 7th in the league, I am going to go with the Hammers, West Ham. I think they've had a fantastic window as well. Bringing in that Rene centre-back. I think his name's Agard. Areola. Apparently they're set to sign Kostic. They've signed Skamaka. Fantastic size for West Ham. Obviously I do predict them to finish maybe even higher than that. But, I think they will honestly get 7th. I think they're a brilliant side. And I really also hope they do, because they're a fantastic club, fantastic fan base. And I hope David Moyes continues his fine success at West Ham. Right, next one, we are going to go with 6th in the league. Things get a little bit interesting now. Who do I think will finish 6th? Like I said, you predict all these guys to relatively be in and around the top 6. But I'm going to stick my head out bold here, to be honest with you. I am going to go with Chelsea. They've had a fantastic window. Sterling, Koulibaly. But I feel like there's a lot of changes around Chelsea. Obviously, no longer Abramovich. They brought in a new owner. Like I said, a lot of, obviously, the management team has changed. Like I said, not obviously Tuchel, but, like the management team, around. I think his name's like Todd something, the new Chelsea owner. I don't think Tuchel will survive long at Chelsea either. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Chelsea in 6th. 5th, I'm going to go with Manchester United. I feel like they're a really good side. They've recruited really well. I think they'll do really well under Erik ten Hag. I think they'll start the season really well, but I think United would do what they usually do, kind of dwindle out towards the end of the season and miss out on the top 4. I think so. Alessandro Martinez, Malsea. United don't need world-class players. United have never done that, really. They make players world-class, Man United. It seems to be the opposite way round at the moment. It seems like Man United are buying world-class players and turning them pretty bad, but Lisandro Martinez, Malcia, fantastic signings for Manchester United, Christian Eriksen as well, and honestly I really hope they do well. Right, 4th in the league, I'm going to go with Spurs. I'm going to go with Spurs for 4th in the Premier League. I think Spurs are a great side. They've obviously had a brilliant window, signing Spence, Basuma. They've also signed Ivan Perisic, who I think is another really good, talented player. And yeah, I think Spurs will do well in Antonio Conte. Honestly, you know what? I think if Conte was here at the start of the season with Spurs, honestly, I reckon Spurs would have finished comfortably top 4. You know, maybe even 3rd above Chelsea. No, I reckon they probably would have finished 3rd above Chelsea. Right, we're going to go with 3rd in the league. I'm going to go with Arsenal. I can't say enough. Arsenal's window has been incredible. You know, they've made some fantastic signings. You know, in Gabriel Jesus. You know, obviously William Saliba coming back from his obviously his long-term loan out in France. You know, was at Saint Etienne, then Marseille. You know, and I also think Matt Turner, brilliant backup goalkeeper for Arsenal. Obviously Ramsdale will be the number 1 this season. I swear they've signed somebody else as well, whose name I can't remember. They have signed someone else, but I can't remember who it is. Was it a centre-back? But anyway, brilliant bit of business from Arsenal. Right, okay, now, 2nd spot, Manchester City, and Liverpool will win the Prem. Right, let me explain this. Liverpool, I think, have had a cracking window so far. Like I said, bringing in Darwin Núñez. However, they have lost Sadio Mane, which is a massive loss. But like I said, they've been heavily linked to the likes of Jude Bellingham. You know, if they manage to get Jude Bellingham, that would be incredible. But honestly, I reckon Man City will go second, because a lot of changes left Man City. You know, like a lot of players have gone. You know, you do look at, you know, obviously Sterling, Gabriel Jesus, you know, like I said, players like them all leaving. Bernardo Silva has been linked to a move away to Barcelona, you know, and buying like a lot of new players, a lot of new faces into the team, you know, Julian Alvarez, Ortega, you know, who has, obviously Zach Steffen has left Man City as well. And honestly, I do feel like that will affect Man City a lot, even though some of them players in my name were never Man City's first team player. But I think they were a good team around the dressing room. And honestly, I feel like Man City, you know, like I feel they will finish second. However, I think it'll be like another final day between Liverpool and Man City. And yeah, them are my Premier League predictions. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. Yeah, honestly, thank you all for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day. And catch you all soon. See you later.